So I added some decals and some lights. It's got a bottom headlight and a top headlight. I put resistors, a lot of resistors on the bottom one. I didn't want it as bright. I put LEDs in the little pods. This camera's horrible, sorry about that. Yeah, I put LEDs in there. They're not hooked up yet. But I did hook the green marker lights up. You can see them come on. They're not overly bright. I plotted that lettering out at work. What I did was I printed the color. Then I brought the vinyl into another program and another plotter and plotted the lettering out. And I stole that little logo from off the interweb and I printed that. I don't know if the color is exactly right. I did order the correct green for this, but I actually like it black. So I don't know. It's got directional lighting in the rear. I added some detail in the back here. I gotta repaint it. I made a mess. So we got red tail lights and we got reverse light. And that's about it. There's a logo on the front and a headlight that I stole out of a piece of crap Lionel, which I don't even think Lionel made it. HO scale. I robbed the headlight out of it and I painted the edge of it black, drilled the hole, put it in there, printed that logo right there myself. This is a lens off of Riverossi, Baltimore, Ohio tender, oil tender. I believe it might, is it oil? I don't know if it's oil, but it had a small headlight in the back. That tender belonged to a 210-2. I didn't like it, so I used a different tender. So I ripped the headlight off of it. I had to tear the lens off the tender and I recessed it in there. The front end is still up a little high. I have to grind down the center support, which is underneath here, and drop the body a little bit. And I need to add a little bit more weight on the front truck. When it goes up the opposite direction up the bank, the front truck jumps up off the ground. So it needs a little bit more weight. But we're getting there. It's got pretty good slow operation. I did, there was a section of track that I had to replace. And unfortunately I only had steel track. A couple pieces of steel track, and that's what was causing the train to lose power. And you can tell when it loses power because the reverse light will flicker. It doesn't lose it anywhere except for to the left of the layout coming back down this hill. I really don't care that it sticks. This is a temporary layout anyway. I don't own my own home yet. I rent. So this is up in the attic. That's the spot right there. I did just clean it, so it does run better there. It's pretty quiet for a 45-year-old drivetrain that's been modified. You can see the two wires going into the tender. There's a little Molex plug that's tucked into here. And the lighting Then I added to the shell is on a Molex plug too, so when I remove the shell, I can unplug it. So anyway, it looks a lot better. I did make the Pennsylvania lettering going down the side of it is a little bit bigger than you know, what a rivet counter would consider correct, but I wanted it big. It's a big tender, it deserves big lettering. Runs pretty damn smooth though, I'd say. See how high the front end is? A little too high. I still gotta drill out the holes for the smokestack. Yeah, the front motor is right underneath here. There's 2 pieces of lead. There's lead in the back. And there's small pieces of lead on the top here. And over the gearbox for the rear truck, I used, they weren't lead. They were very thin weight. Basically made saddlebags out of tape to drape over, and they just sit there because if I need to service it, I don't have to remove anything. But once the shell is on there, they can't fall out or anything. It's got some nice slow speed. That's draining 1/4 of an amp right now, if that. I think I'm going to take a couple of those resistors out and get those lights a little bit brighter. If anybody's watches this, let me know what you think. Do those the green lights in the front and the red lights in the back, do they need to be brighter, or you think those are all right? I know that if I had if it was DCC, they'd be the same brightness all the time. So I don't know. Maybe. Let me know what you think. Train's got a little bit of get up and go too. Yeah. The other thing I don't know if I want to get a Tsunami big steam decoder and put it in here or not. So you can see right here, there's a white LED in there. I cut that out with a razor blade, and there's a clear lens on there. But they're not hooked up right now. I actually forgot. It wasn't intentional. I forgot to hook them up. So anyway, I probably will leave them unhooked unless I put DCC in there. I just wanted to have the option to have them later on. So feel free to leave a comment, maybe a suggestion. Someone might see something I don't. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you soon. Thank you.